Rollin Rascal is the greatest invention since multicellular life. I've been dying to get my grubby little hands on this again since the last demo back in 2021 when it was still going by Project Rascal. Its controls and sense of speed impressed me, and I was downright leaping for joy when it came to the level design. Finally, something to mend my bitter, broken heart. Because let's be honest, we all knew Sonic wasn't going to do it back then. I'm glad that guy's doing better these days, though. That just means him and Spark can welcome Rascal into the Speedy Games Hall of Fame, or as I like to call it, Good Game Town. Hey, I'd just like to take a second to plug the Sunset City podcast, which I am now a regular host on. We stream every Friday, and we talk about Sonic things, and we have guests, and it's a very good time. Please join us. If you don't, I will know. You play as that guy. That's Rascal. He's an animal, plant, creature of some sort. He lives on this island called Zoom with his sister QT and their grandfather Swift. I actually didn't read this plot synopsis before I started writing this video, so it's really interesting to see things like long-lost ancient heritage and a villain seeking to rid the world of all imperfections. I thought this was just going to be a fun run-and-jump game, but throw some pathos into the mix, and suddenly you're about to bake the greatest cake of all time. I'm not going to get into every single action this character can perform because you can see him doing his thing right over there. Some standout maneuvers include the bounce, which is very useful for hurtling forwards at speeds previously undiscovered by man, and combine that with the iconic Rollin Rascal Air Rev Up Rev Dash. And if you stop moving at any point during this gameplay, it's your own fault because you have all the tools you need to ascend to speed godhood. One thing I also wasn't expecting is that the enemies in this game actually mesh really well with what they're going with here. You know, there are some games that just take robots that look vaguely threatening and drop them into the level in various places, but in this demo, this one-level demo, I mean, I guess there's more than one level, but we'll get to that in a second. In this one-level demo, there is a more coherent story going on than in most of the games I've played this year. And they didn't even have to say a word about it. You just see all these robots around, and you think, oh my gosh, they're attacking this serenely beautiful, wonderful, amazing location. How dare you? And it's even more incredible because they do more than just shoot at you. You can actually jump up, land on top of these guys, and take them for a ride. Your will is so strong that you overwrite their entire personality, and you are now using them to destroy their own friends. This should be a rated M game for sure. See, I really like the idea of having your robots be controllable by the player because it sort of elicits memories of certain blue rat media where the rat in question would jump around between foes and get them to crash into each other, and it just plays on this power fantasy that I feel like Sonic has not provided before. Until Sonic Frontiers, I guess. You definitely have a lot of power fantasy going on in that game. So the one thing I can critique so far is that the enemy's control compared to Rascal's control is a little bit stiff. I know that they're not going to be the same, because obviously one is a super speedy land creature, and the other is a cold and mechanical killing machine designed for killing. But switching from Rascal's controls to the robot controls doesn't feel very good because of how awkward it is to, like, maneuver, and you end up, like, either smashing into a wall immediately or, I mean, if you jump off of them, you get a very good jump boost, which helps you string into more platforming chains. So I like how that works. But I'm just hoping that they control maybe, like, a little bit more loosely in the final. I know that seems like a really small criticism, but that's really the only problem I had while playing this demo, aside from like some small things in the online multiplayer. Hold on a sec, I forgot about that. Yeah, the online multiplayer mode. This Kickstarter demo, with the most polish I've seen from a demo like this in a long time, has an online multiplayer mode where you just put in a password and then join your friends' lobbies and race around in all of these like fun obstacle course stages. And there's an interesting dichotomy between the single-player level that is this giant, expansive, world-building masterpiece, and these fun little challenge levels that feel like they're out of, like, Super Mario Sunshine or Hat in Time. And the fact that both of these exist in this game makes me the happiest camper in the entire campground. I had some trouble getting these levels to load because I think there was some issue before they patched the demo. Yeah, they patched this thing already. Like, it's been out for like 4 days. That's what I call staying on top of things. I ended up just going into my own lobby after a while and trying these stages out on my own, and yeah, I was right to do so, because they f***ing rock. Sometimes it's hard for me to explain why I like a game so much. I think a lot of the times it comes down to how the game controls, and Rollin Rascal controls like I was gonna say like a dream, but I think it's better than a dream. It's like a miracle. And at the risk of continuing to just spout exposition about how impressed and happy I am with this game, I'm just going to say, check out the Kickstarter, play the demo for yourself. It is on Steam. And while you're on the Kickstarter page, please admire how far they've come in such a short time. Rascal is absolutely rolling in dough. Hey all, I know it's been a while. Thanks for waiting and watching this video if you did. I'm gonna be trying to make more videos going forward because I'm bored doing nothing. And while we're here, I wanted to give a huge thank you to my current channel members who are Snaps, Noah Wizbios, Danny Lee Dauber, Jeremy, Dax, Faye, Minty, Mega Traffic Cone, Scratch Attack 64, Ty Little Tech Guy, Crystal, Dork in a Hat. I'm sorry, Patreon loads extremely slowly. God, their new logo is real bad. And on Patreon, we have Noah Wizbios again and Gino the Puppet. Thank you guys so much for supporting. It really means a lot to me. And thank you all in the $1 tier as well. That is all. I will see you guys next time.